Well, hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. And for those of you all, if this is your first time visiting us, thank you so much for joining us, and we hope that you can continue to visit us in the future. Well, on today's topic, we are actually going to discuss with you 10 things that we have learned so far from living in Japan. Granted, we've only been here since November, so if we've learned 10 things already, then I can only imagine what we're going to learn, let's say, even a year from now. So I'd like to share with you those 10 things that we've learned, so just in case you are planning on visiting us here soon, well, maybe not that soon, but if you plan on ever visiting us here in Japan, or by chance if you plan on moving here yourself, these are definitely some items that you might find beneficial if you're coming. So before I begin this entire discussion, I want to apologize for looking at my phone. With 10 things, that's a lot that I wanted to share with you all. And in order to keep track of what I'm saying, I definitely wanted to take notes or jot down some ideas or things, like I said, that we've learned. So here we go. So number one is driving on the opposite side of the road. Here, everything is the complete opposite. So yes, where we drive in the States on the right, here in Japan, we drive on the left. And when you get in your car, if you're driving that car, you immediately go to the left. Here in Japan, you go to the right. So it's exactly the complete opposite of what we have ever grown accustomed to and what we got our driver's license in. So y'all, please pray for us whenever we make that journey back to the United States, even to visit, because it's going to be interesting. Yes, very interesting. Number two, the second thing that we have learned since living here in Japan is that you pay taxes. Yes, I said it. Taxes. And it's not just any minuscule sales tax that we might pay in the States, like 2% if you're buying food, or 6 to 10% or wherever it is that you're living. No, here you pay 10% on everything, whether it's food, whether it's clothes, whether it's furniture, you name it. If you are buying out on the economy, you are paying taxes, unless you are visiting here and you have that 90-day visa. Then all you have to do, of course, is show your passport, and they will refund you some of that money back, or you have to wait until you go back to the airport to get it by going through the whole customs process. But otherwise, you are paying taxes and 10% on everything. So get ready to lose some of your coins, because they are serious about that. So number three, and that is the metro here is your friend. Everyone takes the metro because, number one, it's efficient, it saves you a lot of money, and it's fast. So if you are trying to go anywhere in Japan, you definitely want to take the metro, because it's going to save you a headache, because they do have a lot of traffic here in Japan. So you definitely want to be mindful that the metro is your friend, because not only is it efficient, it's fast, you save a lot of money, which brings me to my next topic of number 4, is that you might want to take the metro because tolls here are very expensive. When I say expensive, let's say, for instance, from here to the airport, to Narita Airport, it's maybe about an hour and a half drive to 2 hours, depending upon how you're driving. No judgments. But for that amount of time, it costs us over $50, not yen, but $50 to go one way to the airport. So if you come and you visit us, if we come and pick you up from the airport, then we definitely love you, because ain't nobody trying to spend that type of money trying to go to the airport one way, because we have to go through like 10 different tolls. No ma'am, it's not happening. But we love you, so we might just meet you by using the metro to meet you there and bring you back or take you back. But yeah, that's probably not, again, one of those things that we learned the hard way by dishing out so much money going back and forth to the airport. No ma'am, we're not doing that. So next thing, number 5, parking. You're going to pay to park. And it's not just like some little cheap little, let me find some free parking. No, pretty much everything here is paid to park. And it's not that cheap. I mean, one place that we've parked, it was almost like $5 an hour to park in one spot. And don't think that you're going to get away without paying, because that's just not what you do. Once you park your car, they have like little barriers or little humps that fold out or up under your car. So if you think that you're going to just drive off without paying, oh, you will mess up your car. And so it will be easier to just pay whatever it is to park. But again, that's why they have the metro, possibly to cut down on pollution as well. And like I said, everyone rides the metro, so it's not like you're going to be there by yourself. So number 6, the Japanese culture, or once you get here and you understand the Japanese culture, almost everyone here wears masks. And that was even before the coronavirus. I mean, it was just customary, if you see a Japanese person, that they are wearing a mask. Not because they're afraid of you or anything of that nature, because I had to learn that. And I actually asked one of our Japanese friends, like, why do you all wear masks? Because I kind of felt insulted. But I wanted to get a better understanding of what was going on before I really jumped to any conclusions. And she informed me that that's just something that they do, whether they feel sick, which is definitely a blessing in disguise, because I don't want you sneezing on me and I don't want your germs. So they wear the mask to keep all of their germs to themselves, which I appreciate, because I have really become like a germaphobe. So don't do that. I will look at you crazy like you nasty. And number 2, bad breath. Yes, I said it. Bad breath. I will tell you, one time we were at this store and this Japanese guy, he was so sweet, and he realized that we were Americans and he wanted to share in the excitement of meeting us. It was so cute and he was so adorable. But yet he started talking to me about music, and he started coming in a little closer and a little closer. And when he came closer to help so that I could better understand what he was saying, he immediately pulled down his mask. And when he said those words like hip hop, you know, those breathy words, whoo, Jesus, let me tell you, it probably burned off a couple of my eyebrows. Because, you know, when you meet somebody and their breath is really bad, sometimes you start to think that your breath is bad, like some kind of way it has transferred from them to you. So I had to take a minute and to regroup, and I think I did kind of hurt his feelings, because I think he saw the expression on my face, which is sometimes difficult to hide, and he immediately rushed to put his mask on. So I was definitely appreciative of that, but the damage was already done. And but bless his heart, he meant so well, and he was so sweet. Said, I mean, I didn't treat him any differently, but believe me, I was holding my breath. So for number 7, yes, we are moving along here pretty quickly. I will say another thing that we have learned since moving to Japan is that the BAC, the blood alcohol content levels here are so much lower than in the States. I believe it's 0.03, where in the States, I believe it's 0.08. And they take that very, very seriously. That means pretty much at 0.03, you're not even allowed to drink like half a drink. Because anything is going to put you over the limit. And that's one thing that you do not do here. You do not break the laws. Because here we are Americans. And we don't have that much jurisdiction here. And so you don't want to get caught up in that legal system. Because there's quite a few people still here that have done some interesting things. And yeah, we're not trying to be one of those statistics. No, sir. No, ma'am. So pretty much if you're going to drink, stay home. That is your best bet. Stay home. Don't do it. Don't drink and drive. Please don't. No. So speaking of your BAC levels here, that brings me to my number 8 is that the Japanese police will find you, guaranteed, if you do something that is wrong, illegal, or anything, based upon all the cameras that they have throughout the entire area, on the street corners, on buildings. So like I said, they will find you. So be careful. Don't do something. No, don't do it. I'm telling you, they will find you. So that brings me to my number 9. One more to go. And that is pretty much something good. Is that you can find American cuisine, or pretty much any type of cultural food, whether it's American, Japanese, Chinese, Mexican, anything, Latin American food, you can find it here in Japan. Because we found a Krispy Kreme donuts. And while we were traveling to Tokyo, and our spirits were just so uplifted because, being from the South, we are Krispy Kreme people. I mean, Dunkin' Donuts is all right and everything, but nobody has that hot sign flashing like Krispy Kreme. And we were so ecstatic that we sat there. We got a dozen donuts. Yes, we did. And we split it between the two of us. So, had to drink plenty of water after that, and your girl had to go on and walk some of that off. But we finished those 12 Krispy Kreme donuts because it was something that was like a piece of home, and we enjoyed every sugary bite there was to have. Yes, we did. So last but not least, number 10. The 10th thing that we have learned since being here in Japan is that the Japanese people are so nice, so kind, so friendly, and honest. So let me tell you what happened. Me and my girlfriends here, like I said, because we have some friends here that came with us, we went to a neighboring 7-Eleven, which of course those 7-Elevens, they're on every corner, every single corner. I might have to take you on a journey to show you what a 7-Eleven here looks like versus what it looks like in the States. You will be shocked. Yes. But anyway, back to the story. And like I said, we went to the 7-Eleven and we went to the register to pay. And after we paid, unfortunately, we were in a great conversation that we didn't keep track of anything that we had left. We thought, honestly, that we had everything. And lo and behold, we walk out of the 7-Eleven, out of the convenience store, and we see this Japanese guy running behind us, screaming. And of course, we're looking like, what in the world is going on? Because, we don't have no weapons, and we don't like nobody running behind us. That's what we don't do. You don't run behind us and start yelling and screaming, because, we might start running too. That's honestly what we were looking at doing. We looked at each other and was just like, girl, if you run, I'm running too. But anyway, so he then held out her cell phone to pretty much signify that she left her cell phone on the counter, and he wanted to run and give it back to us because like I said, they are so nice and so honest. But that was our first indication that, Japan just might not be so bad. I think we might like it here. So those were the 10 things that we have learned so far while living here in Japan. So I hope you enjoyed this topic of discussion, the 10 things we have learned while living here in Japan. Of course, those things have been beneficial to us, and we've shared those things with friends. Of course, we have conversations with them to let them know this is some things you might want to take into consideration when you're coming to visit us. But so of course we wanted to share that information with you all. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you take heed to what we have been saying, because Japan is a great place to live and we are learning a lot, and we're continuing to learn so much about this culture. So until next time, we love you all. We care about you all. We are praying for you all, as I hope that you all are praying for us. So God bless and see you soon. Bye.